Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about standard scores. It's one of our learning objectives for this week, and basically a standard score is a set of observations that have been standardized, given a mean and a standard deviation. So to simply put it, once you have those two elements, it's very simple. You just put it into a formula. That formula is your z-score, which we've actually gone over already, but just to review and recap, your z-score is your observed observed value minus your mean, all divided by your standard deviation. And it's very important that you keep the placements of that formula. Don't switch it up. Don't do anything like that, because then you're just going to have a continuous chain of mistakes. So it's really, make sure it's key to remember that it's your mean subtracted from your observed value, all divided by your standard deviation. If you have that set, you're good to go. It's important to and useful to use standard scores and use this formula because it can help you compare, let's say athletes, you're comparing to see which one is faster, which one is stronger, which one has greater agility, things like that. You can compare them and have actual percentages and numbers to prove that this athlete is better than this athlete, or this one has a lower score than this athlete. And you can compare them in large groups from your observations that you've been taking. So for example, in our lecture, one of the examples was you can compare oranges to apples that normally you wouldn't be able to compare. You are able to compare this with this process and with these tools. So when you're doing that, the first step, you're gonna be able to come up with an estimate of their position in relation to the rest of the group. If you want a more exact one, then you would learn to use a standard normal table, and that's a whole separate thing, but it's honestly not too complicated. Once you've already done this first step of finding your z-score, then you can actually take that z-score, go plug it in to the table, look at the table, and you'll get an exact value to use. So it's going to be an exact decimal or percentage, whichever is more useful to you. And that's all. Thank you.